the unlikely rise and immediate roadblock of Shedeur Sanders. How a preseason surprise ignited Cleveland but failed to secure his future. Prologue. The preseason spark that lit up Cleveland. It was supposed to be just another summer evening in Cleveland. The type of preseason game where die-hard fans show up out of loyalty, backups get their chance to shine, and starters rest safely on the sidelines. But on this night, something unexpected happened. Shedeur Sanders, the rookie quarterback few expected to see leading the Browns' offense so soon, stepped into the spotlight against the Carolina Panthers. The stage wasn't meant for him. In fact, until just days earlier, his odds of even starting this preseason matchup had been microscopic. Yet, when the dust settled and the scoreboard read Browns 30, Panthers 10, Sanders wasn't just another player who got some snaps. He was the story. With 14 completions on 23 attempts, 138 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 19 yards on the ground, the rookie delivered poise, precision, and flashes of the legendary brand he'd proudly worn throughout his college career. The crowd felt it. Social media felt it. Analysts, even the skeptics, took notice. And then reality came crashing back. Chapter 1. It's Shedeur by default. The strange path to the QB1 trial. Mike Florio's words were blunt, almost dismissive. It's Shedeur by default. This wasn't a fairy tale promotion earned after months of glowing reports from training camp. It wasn't a carefully orchestrated next big thing debut. It was survival. Heading into the game, Cleveland's quarterback depth chart was battered. Joe Flacco, the assumed preseason Week 1 starter, was ruled out for precautionary reasons. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, both ahead of Sanders, were dealing with hamstring injuries that kept them sidelined. By the time kickoff arrived, Shedeur was the only fully healthy quarterback left. Andrew Siciliano, who had been embedded in Browns camp, summed it up perfectly during his appearance on The Rich Eisen Show on August 13th. Sanders' opportunity comes in very unusual fashion. It's literally because everyone else is hurt. I don't know who is 40 and might get hurt at any second. So let's roll Shedeur out there. This wasn't destiny. This wasn't management rewarding his hard work. This was the NFL's unpredictable nature creating a 1 in a million crack in the door, and Shedeur stepping through. Chapter 2. A preseason statement. If Sanders felt the weight of the moment, he didn't show it. Against Carolina, he moved with the calm of a veteran. His footwork was crisp, his throws deliberate, and his command in the huddle surprisingly authoritative for a 5th-round pick, making his debut .2 touchdown passes later. The narrative shifted. Fans who had entered the stadium expecting a routine August scrimmage left wondering if they just witnessed the start of something bigger. The rookie had, for one night, outperformed the expectations placed on all 3 quarterbacks ahead of him, but NFL politics and reality rarely move at the speed of public excitement. Chapter 3. The Gauntlet Ahead. Why Stefanski isn't ready to hand over the keys. If Cleveland's season opened with a forgiving schedule, say, a couple of rebuilding teams and a soft road game or two, maybe Sanders' performance would have forced Kevin Stefanski's hand. But that's not the 2025 Browns reality. Instead, the opening stretch is a nightmare for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. The Browns' first 7 games: home versus Joe Burrow and the Bengals, road versus Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, home versus Jordan Love and the Packers, road versus Jared Goff and the Lions, London versus a well-rested Minnesota Vikings squad, coming off a game in Dublin, home versus Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, road versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, also rested after their Dublin trip. Siciliano didn't sugarcoat it. That's a gauntlet. There's no way you're playing a rookie quarterback right out of the gate. It's just not going to happen. In Stefanski's mind, this isn't about Shedeur's potential. It's about survival against a murderer's row of defenses. Throwing a rookie into that fire could do more harm than good. Chapter 4. The Depth Chart Wall. Despite his sparkling college resume, statistically the most accurate quarterback in Division I history at 70% completion over 2 seasons at Colorado, Sanders still entered the league as a 5th-round pick. And in NFL circles, late-round quarterbacks don't leapfrog veterans after one good preseason outing. Siciliano reminded everyone, He hadn't gotten a lot of reps. He is fourth on the depth chart for a reason. He was the fifth-round pick. Fifth-round picks don't start in the NFL. The cold truth. The NFL runs on hierarchy. Talent matters, yes, but timing, draft status, and experience often outweigh a single flash of brilliance. Chapter 5. Stefanski's calculated patience. In his post-game remarks, Stefanski downplayed the idea that the depth chart had shifted. Health was still the primary concern. By Wednesday, Thursday, I'll have a better feel for the game and how we're going to handle that, Stefanski told the team's official site. Dylan can do some 11 on 11. We're still mindful of his tightness in the hamstring. Kenny, not just yet, but both guys are progressing well. Translation. Sanders' shot at more playing time depends less on his performance and more on whether the others are ready to go. Even after his efficient showing, Stefanski's tone suggested Sanders was still outside the inner circle of QB1 candidates. The front office hadn't suddenly reshuffled the board because of one preseason highlight reel. Chapter 6. The Shadow of Joe Flacco. For now, the most likely scenario, as Siciliano put it, is simple. Is it probably Flacco? Maybe yeah. A veteran like Flacco offers Stefanski exactly what he wants heading into that brutal early schedule. Experience, steadiness, and the ability to handle high-pressure defensive schemes. The reality is brutal for Sanders. His performance, while impressive, came in a context where mistakes wouldn't cost Cleveland real games. Week 1 against Joe Burrow is a very different beast. Chapter 7. Luck, hard work, and the NFL reality. It would be unfair to say Sanders' opportunity was only luck. He stayed late after practices. He absorbed the playbook. He showed enough in limited reps to make coaches comfortable putting him in a live game. But without the injuries to Flacco, Pickett, and Gabriel, this debut likely wouldn't have happened so soon. And now that the moment has passed, he finds himself in an odd position. The hero of the preseason opener, but still a long way from the starting job. Chapter 8. The Rookie's Road Ahead. Shedeur Sanders' NFL journey is still in its infancy. Preseason Week 1 was a taste of what he can bring to the table. Accuracy, calm under pressure, and enough mobility to keep plays alive. But the next steps will be harder. He'll need to earn more reps in practice, build trust with Stefanski, and hope for situations where his skill set is needed in meaningful moments. Until then, he remains the fourth quarterback on the roster, behind a wall of veterans and the coach's cautious approach. Epilogue. From preseason buzz to long-term vision, the NFL is full of what-if stories. Young quarterbacks flash potential in August, only to disappear into the background by September. Shedeur Sanders doesn't want to be one of them. His debut showed Cleveland fans a glimpse of something rare. A rookie who wasn't intimidated, who seized a moment that wasn't even supposed to be his. But in this league, moments don't guarantee futures. For now, Kevin Stefanski's decision is clear: experience over excitement. But if Sanders keeps making the most of these unexpected windows, the Browns may one day have no choice but to roll with the rookie, not by default, but by design.